I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show. It's Monday. Good morning and welcome to Expresso, your feel good breakfast show right here on SABC3. Can you believe it? We are in December, G, the very first Monday of December.
Can we high bat?
There we go. We high batted.
Oh, man, I know every time I walk into the studio after the Springboks have lost, everyone's like, oh, don't talk to them, don't look at them. But I'm okay, guys, I'm okay. Now, it was kind of mixed feelings around the weekend sport. Of course, the Blitzbokke are getting off to a flying start, winning the Dubai Sevens. So we'll get into all of those highs, lows, new TKO champion as well. Lots to get into.
Let me tell you who's on a high. Casper Nyovest is on a high.
Buddy.
He made history this weekend by filling up the stadium in the most epic way. We bring you news on that a little bit later on.
That is just so cool. Well done,
amazing.
Dude. We're so proud of you, man. Then, of course, exams are over. The school year is almost done and dusted. We're going to find out what our learners are up to over the holiday time.
Exactly. And then we've got to bring you some music on our Feel Good Breakfast show. Zanda Zakusa is here. She is going to blow you away. Oh, vocals like you will never believe. But before we do anything else, let's break it down, G.
That sounds like a challenge, girl.
It is a challenge. Zoe, what you got in terms of the weather? Boom.
Well, luckily the weather's not that challenging. A very good morning to you. Looking at the weather, it seems like mild to warm day across the country. And here are those temperatures. Polokwane starting off on 18, reaching a high of 30. Mbombela 19 with a high of 28. Pretoria 15 with a high of 30. Johannesburg 15, 28. Mahikeng today 16:31, Klerksdorp 16, also reaching a high of 31, Kimberley 19, 35, Bloemfontein 17, reaching a high of 34, Richards Bay 20, 27, Pietermaritzburg 16 with a high of 22, Durban 21, reaching a high of 24, Mthatha 15, reaching a high of 19. If you're in East London today, a low of 17 can be expected with a high of 20, Cradock 13, 28, Port Elizabeth 16, 22, George 13, reaching a high of 19. Sutherland cooler with a 9 in the minimum and 25 as a maximum. Cape Town today 15, reaching a high of 22. Worcester 10, 28. Springbok 12 with a high of 29, and in Uppington expect a low of 24 with a high of 36. That's where we leave those temperatures for now, but let's take a look at your traffic, and we start off in Gauteng and Melrose. There's been an accident on the M1 southbound after the Grayson Drive exit. You can expect delays, and in the Western Cape in Durbanville, traffic's already heavy on the N1 inbound. That's between Brackenfell and the Durban Road exit. That's where we leave your traffic and weather for now. Another update coming your way in half an hour.
Pharmadynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
So it was another jam-packed weekend of very exciting sporting action, which unfortunately saw the Springboks finish the season with a loss, a narrow loss at that. However, the weekend proved to be a successful one as other South African teams like Bidvest Wits, who of course crowned Telkom knockout champions, while the Blitzbokke, they picked up where they left off last season, winning the Dubai Sevens and doing it in style. With his rundown of all the standout results of the weekend's action, sports journalist Ashfaq Mohammed now joins us this morning. Welcome, sir. Let's get the bad news out the way first. So Alistair hasn't resigned. His contract is there until 2019, and he's going to stick around. Maybe Rusty will be pulling the strings a little bit as the director of rugby.
Well, I wonder if he might not get a Donka Monday today.
Dun, dun, dun. 24-22 up against Wales, and a Wales team that were up for it. I think we thought that our big pack of forwards would just dominate.
Yes.
So much rested on the back line, and our back line just wasn't up to par. They probably won that game in the first 10 minutes.
What made it even worse is that Wales were missing something like 15 first-choice players, either through injury or club commitment. So, you know, for the Boks to lose again this time around, it's really, you know, they had the forward dominance, winning penalties at scrum time, winning their lineouts, even the breakdowns, the Boks did quite well. But once the ball got to the back, they just didn't know what to do with it.
A couple of coaching failures from my side. Maybe that's a collective team coaching failure there. In selection, Warwick Gallant, I think he was sold down the river, as you were saying, playing him at wing and not at fullback. And we needed someone at fullback who was comfortable under the high ball, who could probably kick a bit more strategically. The high ball seems to be an issue for us. Kicking just seems to be an issue for us in general. What do you make of where the back line is? What failed there?
I said on Friday, don't kick the ball away, and then they did that. You know, so just holding on to the ball a few times in the second half when Galand actually moved to fullback. He came nicely into the line and we just saw the skill of the man. You know, just a natural number 15 and just relying too much on Hande Pollard to take the ball up, physicality, you know, the loose words coming around the corner, that type of thing. You know, the centers aren't really allowed to play the ball wide, bring the wings into the game.
Yeah, it just hasn't happened actually once this entire tour. We haven't seen a centre pass to a wing in this entire tour. But 7 out of 12 for the season. Make of that what you will. Yes. Let's move on to the Telkom knockout final. Silver lining in some silverware for Mr. Hunt, who still sounded like he had a car stolen from him or something at the end of the match. Not a happy man in light of, I think, where Wits are in the season. Are they bottom of the log, second from bottom?
Bottom of the log,
My
you know,
goodness.
a rare show of emotion when they scored in, I think, the 89th minute there, Wits, you know. They had quite a few chances here. It's coming up in the last minute. Brilliant cross from Amr Gamal. And what a back heel, eh? Vincent Poulet. That's true class. You don't rarely see a South African doing that nowadays. You know. Normally I was reading the penalty.
There he is. I saw it. I saw a smile. I saw it, Gavin. I saw that smile, man. So well done to Wits and to the Wits faithful as well. Mungo coming on with man of the match performance there after a 6-game suspension. What a way to welcome yourself back, man. Very, very cool. Then we move very quickly on to the Dubai Sevens, the Blitzbokke. I mean, unreal. They really did pick up where they left off. You talk about structures and systems being in place. Clearly they are.
No, properly. Everybody knows their role, you know. And guys like Carl Brown coming back as well. Kwagga Smith, Vanderkok, all these guys from 15, Sinatla, unbelievable. So get down to the Cape Town Stadium this weekend. It's going to be...
This has to be ours. This really has to be ours. We want to wrap the season up in the next 2 outings, but well done to the Blitzbokke. The ladies not having the best of group matches, but they've just made that step up, so let's give them time. Ashfaq, thank you so much. We're going to be listening and watching you very closely online to get your take on Mr. Alistair Coetzee. You can let us know what you think of all of those sporting results out of the weekend. Hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page.
Well, you know what? The Boks might not be making history, but Casper Nieuwes certainly is. He did so this weekend. We bring you the details after the break.
And school holidays are around the corner, of course. We want to know what the learners are going to be getting up to, and that we find out through today's Expresso AMPD with Carl.
Let's play. Come on.
Let's play.
Yo.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I hope you filled up that coffee cup. It's Monday morning. Let's find out what our celebs have been up to over the weekend.
Oh, what a weekend it was. Okay, so last week we reported on the rumors around Ntando Kunene and Kaya Mthetho possibly tying the knot. Well, it turns out that we were right.
What?
It's now official. The beauty queen and her musician Bo have tied the knot. It is absolutely amazing. Taking to Instagram, the newlyweds shared photos of their traditional ceremony, which took place this weekend, and they've been rumored to be dating for a while, but this is the first confirmation of them being a couple, and of course now husband and wife.
How cool is that?
I love it. That's how you do it. That's how you keep things under wraps.
And look how beautiful the traditional outfits are.
And look at how happy he is. He's like, I got my girl.
That's beautiful. Congratulations.
Congratulations to them. Now, someone who also deserves a big congratulations is none other than Casper Nyovest. Now, the rapper who for months has been promoting his Full Up the Stadium concert has done what he set out to do. Casper Nyovest has indeed filled up Africa's biggest stadium, and in doing so, made history by becoming the first African rapper to do so. The concert was not only trending on social media, but photos of the event prove that Casper did indeed significantly fill up the stadium as well. So I must say it's a massive achievement and deserves a round of applause. Can we do so? I read on social media 68,000 people.
But just looking at the images, and it looked like a performance was put on. Like that was a show.
And you know what?
Showstopper.
All of his colleagues from Ricky Rick to Samizi was just saying, you know what, you've given us the belief that anything we put our minds to is possible and that we can do it. So that's wonderful.
That's amazing. Keep on with that persistence. Well done, Casper. Well, that was our local entertainment news. I have to say I'm very happy it was a positive note for your Monday morning. But stick around, we'll have more with our international entertainment news a little bit later.
Yeah, but let's just continue with those positive vibes. Of course, every week we've been introducing you to one new consumer contestant heading off to the Maldives to possibly win their share of $1 smooth million. And of course, Tropic have been traversing the land looking for those standout competitors. And this week we're introducing you to the latest. He comes all the way from Benoni. His name is Mpande Buthelezi.
Consumer contestant Mpande will be competing for the shared 1 million rand in tropical island of treasure, Maldives.
Hi everybody at home, my name is Mpande Daniel Nkosinathi Buthelezi. I'm currently studying at City Varsity Acting. What I do for fun is I love to go out and explore new things such as nature, and I also love to work with new people, so I just look for adventurous things to get into and then I just venture into it. How I keep fit is I run around the block a lot and I do natural training, and I also play a little bit of sports with my brothers. The most important people in my life would have to be family. I've never been on a tropical island before, and I'd love to go see what's out there. I'm looking forward to the experience, working with everybody, the water, the challenges, seeing how far I can actually push myself. What would give me an advantage over the other contestants would have to be capability. Like, I feel like I'm capable of going underwater for a long time, running quick, the brains as well. I don't see any flaws within me. If I win, what would I do with my share of the money? I'd first work with people in need, such as I'd start off with my family, my brothers. If they need anything, I'd first handle that. Then I'd handle investments, and then from there, handle outside projects such as charity works and everything else.
Tell us which celebrity you think Mpande would make a good teammate with using hashtag #TIOT8. Stay tuned for more consumer reveals and who will be part of this exciting series commencing February 2018 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Oh, well done, Mpande, for making it into that final cut. He looks very strong, a fierce competitor. Now we need to know from you, which celebrity contestant does he need to be paired up with? Who do you think he would make a good pairing with? And let us know, of course, using that hashtag #TIOT8.
Well, this week on Expresso AMPD, it's all about the holidays as learners enjoy their final week of school for 2017. But what is your opinion on how the holidays should be spent? Should they be spending it relaxing, goal setting for 2018, or even getting a job? Well, Carl Wasey visited some of the learners from Fairbairn College at the Transformers exhibition to find out.
It's your prime time. Welcome to the holidays and welcome to Expresso Amped. My name is Carl Wasey, and now that you got all this time on your hands, what are you looking forward to the most?
In this holidays, I definitely look forward to training with my hockey team, bonding time with the prefects so we can get the books ready for the next year, and maybe getting my ID this year.
I definitely want to relax because we didn't get to do that. And I also want to focus on maybe getting my learners.
Read more books and listen to more music because I didn't get the time to do that while I was studying.
Spending time with my family and finally being able to go hiking again because it's summer.
Did you not see me driving here? I want your insurance details. I'm so sorry, it's my first car and this guy wrecked it. Anyway, time for our first video on Expresso Amp. This is Paxton and Demonstrate. I need your insurance details, sir. Thank you.
Gotta walk the walk day, talking about prove it to me and show me now. If you think you got what it takes, demonstrate, demonstrate. Cause I know that you got me on your mind. You have no point till you try. Shut your mouth, let your moves explain. Demonstrate, demonstrate.
Bumblebee, hello. Sorry to disturb your game, but Megatron just WhatsApped me and said he's gonna destroy the city or something. Yeah, that's, shouldn't you be working? Like, not, yes, that go and save the world. Wow, holidays can be complicated. So should they be used for chilling or should you be getting a job?
I think that during the holidays, there should be a balance between using your time constructively and chilling so that you don't become lazy, but at the same time, you don't overwork yourself.
During the holiday, I feel like I should be chilling, but I want to work.
I think this holiday, I'd like to spend it chilling, but more towards the end, I'd like to be more constructive, so planning for 2018.
Bumblebee got a job. Be like Bumblebee. Get a job these holidays and transform your wallet. As we get into another video here on Expresso Amped, it's Davido and Like That. Quick question, Bumblebee, is this guy a better boss than Optimus?
And then sit your body like that, do set your body like that, body your body like that, no go kiss somebody like that. And then sit your body like that, do set your body like that, body your body like that, no go kiss somebody like that.
2018 is coming. So now that we're riding into the new year, is there anything you'd like to do differently or even transform in 2018?
In 2018, I would love to work harder. I'm also starting a new training program to get fit and to get sexy.
In 2018, I hope to work on my time management because this year it's been hectic, and next year because I'm going to be matric, it's going to be more intense because I'm going to have more activities to do, so I want to work on my time management.
In 2018, I'd like to conquer some fears, mainly my fear of public speaking.
That's more like it. Think big these holidays and enjoy. Your final video is Moby Dixon and Butiza. Have yourself a good week and an amazing holiday.
Parents and guardians this morning. This one is definitely for you. You can stand a chance of winning a shopping spree for you and your little ones as Woolworths Little World is giving away a shopping experience to the value of 10,000 Rand with your own personal stylist. And the best part is that your shopping experience will be filmed and aired right here on Expresso. Now, all you need to do is be an existing W Rewards and Little World member or become a member of W Rewards and Little World by signing up online. Then swipe your Woolworths W Rewards card, store card, credit card, and or your My School, My Village, My Planet card when purchasing any item at a Woolworths store, including the online store. Then every swipe equals an entry into the lucky draw. The competition closes on Thursday, the 7th of December, 2017, so don't miss out. Get entering. You only have 3 days left. T's and C's are on expressoshow.com.
Graham just hit our ball over the balcony.
I'm trying to see if it's some poor person walking down there just going boinged on the head.
We're taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. When we get back, we'll take a look at what's trending, and it's no, not Graham hitting the ball over the balcony, but an honest Christmas wish. You do not want to miss out on that.
That's still coming a little bit later in the show. Then Zana Zakuza is in the house, sounding absolutely phenomenal. We're also going to put her table tennis skills to the test a little bit later. Stick around, going to be a lot of fun. Whoa! Oh, almost got another one over.
Lumvulo, ucaphukela umvulo. Andina ndawo yini endifuna ukuzonwabisa kuyo. Ngaphandle kwale ndikuyo. Indawo egcwele uthando novuyo. Sound is great. Nale ngoma yenza uthando wesikulo. Ucaphukela umvulo. Ucaphukela umvulo. Sukrija, unandi no valengo musongina. Suiga, unabelolo sukrija, unandi no valengo musongina. Musongina, musongina.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
At Samsung, we develop technology so you can live life. Samsung, a way of life.
Welcome back, you beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in on what has been a beautiful Monday morning. Before I lose any more table tennis balls, we thought we'd bring it back inside. Have a little bit of fun.
Hey. You're not that great.
I used to be pretty good, man. I used to be pretty good. Clearly, I need my practice. But let's distract you for a little while here and get into some of those stories, videos, pics that are trending online.
Well, listen, this will definitely keep you smiling on your Monday morning. It is that time of the year where you make your list for Santa. You ask him exactly what you want. So check out what this little girl added to her list.
How are you? Feel good? Tell him what you want. Okay. What you want for Christmas? Huh? That was sweet. Santa does too.
Oh, I'm going to add that to my Christmas list. I want to take a nap too.
I think a lot of us feeling that at this time of the year. I just want to sleep, man. I just want to sleep.
We love that.
Man.
Okay, so in Utah, there's a homecoming tradition that they celebrate every single year because, of course, it's hot. And when you're hot, you need to do things that contain water, and that's fun. And this is what they decided to do, a blue foam slip and slide.
Oh,
do you cannonball or do you go ahead
Where
first?
are the people?
They're underneath the foam. How much fun.
That is my kind of slip and slide.
Come on. Now that's how you do summer, hey?
Best you wear something blue. That is just too funky, man.
So much fun.
Oh, please, bring it on. Bring back summer. Absolutely love that. Well, you can let us know what you thought of those stories and what is trending on your timeline. We'd love to hear from you. Hit us up on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page or on Twitter. And as always, use that hashtag Expresso Show. Time now for a little bit of music. On this Monday morning, we kickstart your week with the African soul sister, Zanda Zakuza, or as she is more commonly known as the Amazon Queen. I love that. She recently came to light when she made waves with her booming new single, Hamba, a song that to her is inspirational on various levels and pushes people to go out there and achieve their dreams. And she is doing that herself. She joins us now this morning to perform another absolute hit. It is Umvulo.
Umvulo. Umvulo. Utapugela umvulo. Andina dao iti endi fungu zona bezaruyo. Kapande wale ndiguyo. Indawo kwelo thando nofuyo. Nale ngome yenza thando iskulo. Utapugela umvulo. Kumnandi novale ngomuzungina. Suiga lunwabelo lusuku luzoqitha. Kumnandi novale ngomuzungina. Uzungina, uzungina, uzungina. Won't you get up and dance? Get down, forget your plans. Stand up and clap your hands. DJ is playing my jazz. Won't you get up and dance? Get down, forget your plans. Stand up and clap your hands. DJ is playing my jazz. Umvulo. 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 Won't you get up and dance? Get down, forget your plans. Stand up and clap your hands. DJ is playing my jazz. Umvulo. Zuiga lunwabelo lusuku luzoqitha. Kumnandi novale ngomuzungina. Won't you get up and dance? Get down, forget your plans. Stand up and clap your hands. DJ is playing my jam. Won't you get up and dance? Get down, forget your plans. Stand up and clap your hands. DJ is playing my jam. Won't you get up and dance? Get down, forget your plans. Stand up and clap your hands. DJ is playing my jam. Won't you get up and dance? Get down, forget your plans. Stand up and clap your hands. DJ is playing my jam.
I just forgot my plans. Completely. I just forgot my plans. Awesome, awesome, awesome to connect with you. Congratulations, first of all. I mean, it's always so awesome when you catch an artist as their wave is breaking. Did you expect Hamba to be as successful? What do you make of that reaction to a single?
I always say I'm very lucky because people received my music as well as they did. It takes people years to get that kind of reaction.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, shout out to everybody who supports the girl.
I love it, the Amazon Queen. Yeah. There's a lot of power there, but a lot of self-belief as well. And I mean, you don't want to compare anyone to anyone, but there's a lot of Brenda there, man. I just kind of, in the style of music, that flavor, which has got to be a compliment. Who did you look up to? Who do you kind of want to emulate as an artist?
Well, it goes without saying, our South African queens did did pave the way for us.
Yeah.
So Brenda, Lebo Matosa, Yvonne Chaka Chaka, you name it. They are the reason why we're here.
I've known all of them, believe it or not, and I think they would all be so proud of what you're doing. But I think more importantly, the message that you are driving out there. There is something really feel-good, but something very empowering about that. Susanna, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having
You
me
are
on the
smashing
show.
it, and she's only just gotten started. You can let us know what you thought of that performance. Let us know on all of our social media platforms. Scream that message loud and proud. It is a Monday.
In the national news this morning, President Jacob Zuma officially opened the new Dumisani Makhaya Drive in Durban over the weekend. Speaking at the Sugar Wreck Lulu Stadium, Zuma said the completion of the 1.3 billion rand infrastructure project made it the largest road infrastructure development in the country in 5 years. It connects amongst others the communities of Newlands, Kwamashu, Inanda, Kwadabeka, Claremont and Pinetown, and offers an alternative route to the King Shaka International Airport for traffic traveling from Pietermaritzburg and Pinetown areas. Medical experts from around the world gathered at Groote Hospital in Cape Town from Saturday to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the world's first successful heart transplant. More than 300 delegates from the World Heart Federation, major cardiac thoracic organizations, as well as editors of medical journals have been attending the event, which ends later today. The late Dr. Christian Barnard performed the world's first human-to-human heart transplant at Groote Hospital on the 3rd of December, 1967 on patient Louis Washkansky, who died 18 days later of pneumonia. Now moving further abroad, White House National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster says the United States is in a race to address the threat from North Korea as the potential for war is increasing every day. The Pentagon is reported to be scouting sites on the west coast of America to deploy extra defenses amid claims from North Korea that its latest missile could reach the entire continental United States. Meanwhile, North Korea has accused the US and South Korea of being warmongers ahead of joint air exercises between the two allies that begin today. And then finally, Pope Francis wrapped up his high-stakes Asia tour on Saturday after meeting Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh in a highly symbolic gesture of solidarity with the Muslim minority fleeing violence in Myanmar. He is known for championing the rights of refugees and has repeatedly expressed support for the long-suffering Rohingya. The pontiff said he wept when learning the plight of firsthand from Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh. What Bangladesh has done for them is enormous. It's an example of welcome, he said. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
We kick it off with 15-man rugby this morning, and the Springboks 2017 season coming to an end on Saturday, losing to Wales by 24 points to 22 in Cardiff. After going into halftime trailing by 9 points, the Boks did well to take a 22-21 lead in the 57th minute. However, Wales sealed the win with a half-penny penalty with 12 minutes to go. So the result sees the Boks finish the season with 7 wins from 13 games, an improvement from last season's awful run of 4 wins in 12. Then on to a celebratory note. The Blitzbokke got their World Series title defense off to a winning start as they were crowned Dubai Sevens champions on Saturday. Going unbeaten throughout the tournament, South Africa beat New Zealand by 24 points to 12 in the final to win their third Dubai crown in 4 years. The World Sevens Series comes to South Africa next as the Cape Town Sevens takes place this coming Saturday and Sunday. Go and support the boys for an unforgettable weekend as well. Then on to football. Bidvest Wits took home the Telkom Knockout Trophy on Saturday after a 1-0 final win over Bloemfontein Celtic in Durban. With the game heading into extra time, Vincent Pule came up with an absolute stunner in the 91st minute to see Wits win their third trophy in the last 18 months. Wits are back in action on Wednesday and needing to get back onto winning ways in the Premier League as they take on Ajax. Well, tomorrow the tie of the evening sees a top-of-the-table clash as Baraka FC tackle Mamelodi Sundowns. Then a little further afield, the bragging rights go to Manchester United. They got the better of Arsenal in the English Premier League on Saturday as the Red Devils earned a 3-1 win in London. Although Arsenal dominated the game with 76% possession, it was United who were more clinical in the final end with goals from Antonio Valencia and Jesse Lingard sealing the win. In other results, Liverpool beat Brighton 5-1. Chelsea claimed a 3-1 win over Newcastle, while Man City saw out a 2-1 comeback win over West Ham to maintain a lead at the top of the table. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, let's bring you another traffic update. Quickly looking at the roads in Gauteng and Johannesburg. There's a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound after the Golden Highway. That right lane is blocked. You can expect delays. Then moving to the Western Cape and Kuils River, traffic lights are out at Van Riebeek Road and Compain Street. Please treat that as a four-way stop. That's where we leave your traffic for now, but taking a look at the weather, it seems like a beautiful day can be expected across the country. Looking at those temperatures, we start off in Polokwane, expect a low of 18 with a high of 30. Mbombela 19, reaching a high of 28. Pretoria 15-30, Johannesburg 15-28, Mahikeng 16, reaching a high of 31. If you're in Klerksdorp, 16 with a high of 31, Kimberley 19, reaching a high of 35, Bloemfontein 17-34, Richards Bay 20 with a high of 27, Pietermaritzburg 16-22, Durban 21-24, Mthatha 15, reaching a high of 19. East London today, 17 with a high of 20, Craddock 13-28, Port Elizabeth 16-22, George 13 reaching a high of 19, Sutherland today starting off on 9 with a high of 25, Cape Town 15-22, Worcester 10 reaching a high of 28, Springbok 12-29 and Uppington a low of 24 with a high of 36 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where we leave your traffic and weather for this morning.
So can you believe there are just under 2 weeks left to enter the BP Fuel My Festive campaign, which runs up until the 15th of December. Every week, 21 winners have been awarded with 300,000 Avios points to create a dream holiday. Can pretty much take you anywhere in the world. Along with this campaign, BP, Avios and Loot.co.za are also giving away some incredible prizes right here on Expresso in our Pick a Box competition. So to be eligible, you've got to spend 400 Rand or more when filling up at a BP service station, then swipe your activated Avios card. That's the most important part. Then you'll automatically be entered into both of our giveaways. So we've got some awesome spot prizes here in these 7 boxes, each with its own letter, and each one has an awesome prize. So today's prizes include in the mix here, and you can get them from Loot at incredible prices as well, but we're giving them away for free. We've got a 57-centimeter Weber Master Touch limited edition kettle braai valued at 3,999 Rand, together with a Weber premium cover that's valued at 400 Rand. Also up for grabs is a new Cogito Pop smartwatch with 1,331 Rand. Fun, functional watch. It'll keep you connected to your social lifestyle as well while you're out and about and living that best life. Just some of the fabulous products you can get at loot.co.za right now, your festive shopping destination. So, of course, each one of these prize cards, and I've shuffled them already, gets popped into a box, and all that remains is for us to phone you and hopefully make you a winner. But you can get all of the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're going to get into some festive season workouts, of course, to give you inspiration to stay fit and healthy. And then Zanda Sakusa is in the house. We already know that she is a vocal powerhouse, but the question is, can she play table tennis? Come on, girl, we'll find out after the break. Ow!
What's your dream holiday? The call of the wild or the bright lights of a big city? Make it a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive, and you could win one of 21 holidays every week from the 2nd of October until the 15th of December. Simply visit a BP fuel station, spend 400 Rand or more and swipe your Avios card. Get your Avios card for free at BP. Activate the card and swipe to enter the greatest festive season competition. Hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Monday morning and the first one for December. And we've got Cindy Abrams with us in studio. And it's all about Shake It with Cindy this morning as your Monday morning workout routine. Are we shaking it this morning?
No, we're not.
Okay.
But before we start, good morning, South Africa. So what we're doing is, you know how when we grew up, we all listen to festive music like Boney M and all these other things. So this year we're changing it. We're creating our own fitness tale by working out to Christmas music.
Okay,
so your jingle bells will now become either a leg song or an ab song, and we'll just carry on. So we'll constantly be changing it from your abs to your bums to your legs to your dancing to everything.
Okay, well, I'm quite excited to work on the bum and the tum. So let's get into this
bums
workout.
And tums.
Yes.
So you're gonna drop down.
Okay.
Okay, so the music is going to make you want to go, but you have to control the movement.
Okay.
So you bend your knees, lean back, activate your core, and lift. Up, change. So it's opposite elbow to knee, change.
I'll never listen to Christmas music the same again after this.
Now the modified version, because not everyone's fitness levels is the same. You put your elbows behind you, bend them slightly, lean onto your triceps and lift.
Okay. And it's also gentler on the back, especially if
you've
you've got a lower back
easier
issue.
on the back. And also now you can do this before you start the cooking. Then we're going to change it. So we're going up straight. Activate the core, lean slightly back. Side, 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 side. Well done.
Okay, I love that this is something you can do in the comfort of your own home. I was about to say, if you hear a Christmas carol at the grocery store, you can also do like a little squat or something, but this won't be appropriate.
While you're picking up the tins, yes. Then you're going to drop down now into a glute bridge. So you're going down, on your back, lift your glutes. Now, down, up, down, up, down, up. Feel the burn. Keep going. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 2 more. And back up. And we're changing and lift. Opposite elbow to knee.
Okay, so you go to the beat of the music.
Yes. Keep going. And change. Now you do the advanced version. It's burning it.
It is burning.
Good. After this, it's time to start cooking.
Okay. Awesome. Cindy, thank you for joining us this morning. One thing's for sure, you'll never listen to your Christmas carols the same way again. It will make you think of dancing with Cindy, doing a bum and tums workout. Cindy, where can people get a hold of you online?
You can get hold of me on Facebook, Shake It with Cindy. If you have a song and you don't know what to do with it, message me, inbox me, and I'll show you what to do with the song.
Oh, amazing. We look forward to that.
We're doing it for Christmas, so this festive season, it's a workout season.
There you go. It is the workout season indeed. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank
this is your Feel Great Breakfast Show.
Oh, that looked very, very exciting. Something also exciting is what is happening in the world of technology. It's time for us to unpack all the exciting technology news that you need to know about this week with our resident tech expert, Brian Smith. Brian, so good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Very cool. So I had a story about space agency NASA where they are literally, that word, reinventing the wheel. Do you want to tell us more about it?
Awesome. So this is really exciting news out of NASA, and that you consider here on Earth, if you have a conventional car with conventional wheels, one of the two problems you'll eventually have is that the treads on your wheels will wear down, or you'll have the unfortunate luck of catching a flat tire.
Exactly, yeah.
And that problem is really compounded for NASA when they send rovers to other planets in our solar system, where NASA has to spend exorbitant amounts of money shipping new wheels or replacement parts to rovers. And what they've used in the past is something called a spring tire, which is essentially more like a donut sort of wheel-like structure that's compounded, made of metal composites.
Wow.
Now what they've done is reinvented the spring tire with nickel, and it's similar to a bedroom mattress. It uses memory, so that even when it's surmounting difficult objects like rocks or other difficult terrain, it can regain its most natural shape.
That's amazing. Wow. Especially for us who love driving over rocks and for potholes in South Africa, our cars are going to be in good shape. That's wonderful.
Definitely.
Now, there's something that I never ever thought I'd see again, but Samsung has decided to bring it out. a flip phone. Tell me why. Is this something that we actually need in the future?
Well, it seems like the flip phone is just something that will not die, and that Samsung in the recent past has actually debuted a number of flip phones into the market.
Yeah.
And now this is the latest W2018. It doesn't have a really attractive name, but it has a really attractive finish, if you ask me. And interestingly enough, this comes bringing Android with a flip phone format to the Chinese market. And it has something that's called a variable aperture camera, meaning that it can actively tailor itself to low light scenarios. So for low light fundies taking photographs in those environments, it's really exciting.
Oh, wow, the world of phones is very exciting indeed. I don't know if this next story is exciting, though. Drones have been a massive topic for a very, very long time, but apparently the latest drones can self-destruct in case of emergencies.
Precisely. So some of our listeners today might be familiar with Amazon's efforts in developing delivery drones in the United States. Now, one of the problems with this is if you consider if that drone ever has a failure, enters into airspace in which it shouldn't, something along those scenarios, what happens to that drone and how can we avoid causing the most amount of harm to other places or persons? Now, Amazon has patented what's called fragmentive self-destruct, which, to break jargon down, there essentially means that this drone can disassemble itself in the air and scatter the impact over a wide area. So with luck, it shouldn't injure anyone or damage anything in its near vicinity.
Wow, that reminds me of Mission Impossible. This drone will self-destruct in 5 seconds and counting. Well, thank you so much, Brian. The world of technology is definitely very exciting. Thank you for sharing with us. Well, there you go. Thank you once again to Brian. And if you want to get your daily dose of tech news and opinions, then head over to bandwidthblog.com.
All right, so we love doing this on the show, putting our awesome celebrities to the ultimate test. Sandra's already proven herself to be one of the best vocalists we've had in studio, but how will she stand up in our Slam Jam Sportsman's Warehouse Showdown? So you can see we've got our Dun Run indoor table tennis. We've taken it outdoors, but this is the ultimate way to pass the time and have a lot of fun and stir up some family competitive spirit. So you're going to be our first ever tournament entry for our Slam Jam. Okay, so this is how it works. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to warm up, don't worry, but you're going to have a minute to land as many balls as you can in the point scoring zones on our table tennis, and you'll see there 3,000, 5,000, that's where you really want to go, 2,500. It looks easy, but it's tough to get the high points, and of course your name could be on that leaderboard come the end of our little Slam Jam season. You could win yourself this very table tennis table courtesy of a Dun Run. So how are you feeling? How are your table tennis skills?
I am ready. I was born to win.
You were born ready because you're the Amazon queen. So I'm going to give you a practice run or two, just to loosen up that arm. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Boom. It's just got to bounce once. That's all.
Okay, I need to get this right, or else I'm not going to win anything. Yay!
That's 100. That's not bad. Boom.
Was that 3,000?
That was 2,500. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to give you one more practice run. 500. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to ask my... Okay, so it needs to bounce once.
Oh, bounce.
Okay, so it's got to bounce once on your side before you go over. Okay. Ooh, it's going to make it hard. Give it another practice run. Give it another practice run.
So I do this.
Boom. Oh.
Yeah.
Smashed it. 2,500. Give you one more practice run. Boom! You've got this, girl. You've got this. Okay, I'm going to give you your balls again. And now you're going to go and slay. Come on, come on. This is going to be yours.
Let's do this.
This table tennis has got your name written on it. Are you ready, girl? 1 minute starting in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. 2,000 points straight off the bat.
Okay, that one doesn't count.
You're off to a good start. 2,100 we have. 2,000 added 100. 3,600. That's a 3,000. Well done. Boom, another 100 added to it.
3,000
I'm going to give you 3,000 for that one. Come on, girl. Nope.
Too much.
I'm going to reload. 2,000 added to it. Keep going. You are smashing this.
It's too much.
100. Another 100. Come on. Another 100. Come on.
Okay, let's go for the
Come on. 500. Come on. Standing by for 10. 1,500. 8, 7, another 1,000. 5, another 500. 4, 3, another 500. 2, get one more in. Oh, and another 100. Wow. Wow. I worked up a sweat there. Put it there, girl. Booyah! Xander Zaguza opening up our Slam Jam tournament. This might well be yours. That was really, really impressive, girl. Whew, I'm out of breath. So do we have a total in there, guys? Our studio are busy working that out. We're going to work it out, and then your name is going to go up on that leaderboard. Hopefully it'll stay at the top. Well done.
Thank you
so much. And of course, this Done Run table is available at Sportsman's Warehouse. If you want to inspire your family and inspire some of that competitive spirit this holiday season, go out there and get it. It is way too much fun. Just make sure you have lots of extra balls if you're going to play a game like this. Sunday, you're a rock star. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That looked so exciting. Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we chat about the Christian Barnard biography called Heartbreaker. And then also we bring to you the global award-winning heart valve procedure that is making all of the rounds around the world. All that and more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us. Time now for some inspiration and I think a one-of-a-kind life story. 50 years ago, on the 3rd of December in 1967, a historic event in the medical world took place right here in South Africa when Dr. Christian Barnard performed the first successful human heart transplant at Groote Schuur Hospital. It is happening that we South Africans look back on with a huge amount of pride. But amidst the media frenzy, there were some political constraints that cast a shadow over that breakthrough, certainly at that time in our country's life story. So joining Expresso today on this, the release date of Heartbreaker, a biography that takes a look at the man, atmosphere and family behind this famous achievement, is the book's author and journalist James Brent Steyn. James, thank you so much for joining us this morning. That was quite a monologue there.
Yeah, you remembered it all. Well done, Graham.
Nothing to put your life in perspective like that, but what an opportunity. I mean, your mind must have been blown going through this process, reliving some of those moments of the incredible man. Yes, an amazing doctor and surgeon, but also just a truly phenomenal and very controversial human being. I have to ask straight off the bat, because we've got limited time here, what is the craziest thing that you encountered in the story? What's the craziest story you have in your book?
Thanks. There's a bunch. One of the craziest stories was 1960. Chris Barnard transplants the head of a dog onto another dog's body, and it worked successfully. Yeah, there's a photo of it in the book, which I tracked down after a heck of a mission, because it was kind of hushed up, He nearly lost his job, of course. His boss came into the research lab where he was doing it, and they was like, "What have you done? What monster are you going to create next?" And he said, "You'll have to wait and see." But that is that, and then finding the photo and the story following that. He goes to Russia because he heard there's this crazy Russian scientist doing incredible transplantation work and research. 1960, Chris Barnard from South Africa, vehemently a country opposed to Russia and communism, visits Moscow. I mean, it's just such a story. It's incredible.
Was this what gave him the edge? So many of his competitors, I would imagine, at that time were trying to achieve that same thing. How was he able to?
Yeah.
What was the edge that he had?
I think he just had the guts and the courage to dare.
Fortitude.
Yeah. And this is Norman Shumway. This was the guy everybody thought was going to do it first. American surgeon from Stanford University. The Americans were throwing billions at this. It was like the moon race.
Yeah.
That's why I think the world just exploded when they heard it had been done in South Africa. And literally some of the comments were, do they even have hospitals in Africa? They couldn't believe it.
He became a rock star after this. I think he was always destined for greatness one way or another, but this was something so, when set against where the world was at that time in terms of how much of a quantum leap forward it was, how much did his personal life change? Did it change at that time?
I think it certainly did. Being thrown into that maelstrom, that cauldron of instant fame on a level which very few people, even today, get to see. I mean, within weeks, he met the Pope in his private residence in the Vatican. Very few people see that happening. He meets the President of America within days after the first heart transplantation. That was the level of his fame. He was on par with Neil Armstrong, Edmund Hillary, you name it. This guy was incredibly famous. It had to have an impact on his personal life. And tremendous pressure, and he kind of just went with it, I think, quite a bit.
Did it make him or did it break him, in your mind? Was it the platform that he needed to go on to achieve greater things, or was it too much for one man to bear? What do you think?
I don't know. I think there's a whole. It's a very complex individual, and it was a difficult time in the history of the world, especially if you were a South African. So you had to deal with a whole lot of political issues as well. Because of course, in South Africa, nobody was welcome anywhere in the world except maybe Chris Barnard, because people were saying, "Come, we love you. You're a miracle doctor." So everywhere he went, he was bombarded with questions that wasn't even in his area of expertise, because he was a medical doctor essentially. So just it all had an effect on him for sure.
What is his legacy today?
Today, 210 people a day die in South Africa due to cardiac issues, heart problems. And the work that he did, providing real hope for people for whom there was no hope before. If your heart's really damaged, there's no other option except to get a new heart. Your heart is a muscle that can't heal itself, because it must keep working all the time, even when you're sleeping. So the work he did, and people are still building on it, is really providing hope, I think, to millions.
This book is, it seems like a time capsule, but also an incredible journey into the man's psyche as well. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sure this feels like a child when you see it out there in print, but congratulations, James. I think this is a story that deserves, needs to be told and needs to be heard now. We need some inspiration.
It's some good beach reading, trust me.
Get out there, just keep your sunscreen on, because it's going to wrap you up. Absolutely love it. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks, Greg.
My baby was born at the Christian Barnard Memorial, so I love this. Absolutely love it.
Talking about a story that needs to be told, did you know that across the middle of the African continent, a region with almost 1 billion people, there are as many open heart surgeries available as there is in Cape Town's private medical sector? Now, that's one city versus a third of the continent. Clearly, there is a huge need to make life-saving heart surgery more accessible and more cost-effective. Now, on the eve of the 50th anniversary of the first heart transplant, a breakthrough was announced right here in the mother city. A team of heart surgeons, clinicians and medical engineers in Cape Town have perfected a heart valve that will save millions of lives in poor developing countries.
A heart valve procedure is an operation where you replace a destroyed heart valve of a patient with a prosthetic new one. The standard replacement of a heart valve needs an open heart operation where you open the chest, you need to take the patient onto the heart-lung machine, you open the heart. Particularly if you haven't got open heart surgery available, you need to come up with something innovative. And I think this is what we did, that we developed a valve which can be implanted without opening the chest and also without even stopping the heart.
The whole thrust of this project is to actually produce cheaper, more available heart valves. A major problem of Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa, is the lack of surgical facilities and availability of these heart valves. So this work is actually to help make cheaper heart valves and more available heart valves. My involvement is essentially to interface with these scientists and engineers in design of these valves and also in helping put them into animals, which they have to go through before they are put into humans.
The success lies in the fact that the valves are made from a novel material, designed by engineers who consulted with cardiac surgeons, and they are much cheaper to produce.
We use a very special polyurethane polymer that we spray coat with this machine behind me onto the stent to form this integrated valve. That is then, we have shown to be very stable, both in the body and also stable in terms of the millions of cycles that the valve needs to open and close. So we've shown 600 million cycles, that is equivalent to 20 years in the body. So this machine was designed in-house by our engineers and built here, and this is a one-off in the world. There's no other machine like this in the world. So we're very lucky to have it and to have the expertise to be able to also manufacture our own equipment.
This is the Chris Barnard building that we're working in. All the research with regards to cardiac devices or problems, any sort of cardiac research happens here. So having everything literally in one unit is phenomenal. It's very important, and I think it's keeping that legacy going and showing that South Africa can be the first. And we're really good at what we do and having an impact.
Remarkably, no heart surgeon is required to place this valve, and a small incision is the only wound. The procedure can be done in a secondary hospital, saving millions of lives without the need for high-tech facilities.
We made faster progress than we expected, and we are in the middle of very successful large animal implants, and we will start with first-in-man implantations in South Africa next year, middle of 2018.
This low-cost, local design recently received 2 prestigious global awards for innovation in cardiac surgery.
Normally, if we implant something, it comes from America or Europe, and we in Africa, we use it. It's extremely rewarding to see that we develop something here in Cape Town, and our colleagues in Europe and in America are very keen to be the first ones to implant it.
Wow, my mind has been blown. An incredible time to be a South African, and certainly from a medical perspective, I think we deserve a massive pat on the back. Not so much for our achievements in sports. Recently, 192 days to go until the next FIFA World Cup happening in Russia. I think fans now starting to feel the vibe, not South African fans, and I am a little bit bitter. You can pick up the acid tone. Unfortunately, we are not there, but some of the best groups, best teams in the world will be there, and we've now got a sense of those group phases, who's going to be up against who. So Ashfaq, thank you so much for sticking around this morning. Sure. Let's go to the group of death first. Who's going to stand out there? Who can make it through? Who's going to survive?
It has to be Group B. That's Spain and Portugal in there. And the 2 other teams are Iran and Morocco. You might not think that they're so strong, but in terms of the rankings, that group is the best group. So Iran has got Carlos Queiroz, the former Bafana coach. He's been with Manchester United as well. They did really well, unbeaten in their qualifying campaign. Morocco were also unbeaten and didn't concede a single goal in their qualifying campaign. So
who's going to come on tops then?
I think, look, Spain and Portugal should do it. But with Spain, if they don't renew that sort of team, still got a few 2010 heroes there, they could be in trouble.
But they've got the
Yeah.
class, man.
Yeah.
They've got the class. I think back in 1997, Pele famously said by the year 2000 we will have an African team winning the World Cup. It hasn't happened as yet. When we look at who's in there at the moment, Nigeria, Senegal, Tunisia, Morocco, Egypt, all very strong teams, but are they good enough? Can you see an African making it through? I think we haven't seen an African team make it through the quarterfinals yet.
Yeah. I think the strongest in terms of the groups is Senegal, because they've got a good draw. I think Poland's the strongest team in their group, but then they've got Colombia and Japan. And I think they would fancy their chances against both Colombia and Japan. And they can get through there. It's Belgium or England in the next round. In North England's, he's seen the World Cup. There can always be an upset. And Nigeria as well, they've beaten Argentina recently.
They've had a fantastic run to the World Cup,
So Nigeria also stands a chance with Croatia being in their group, so they could get through there too.
If we do an overall look at all of the groups, who do you see going through to the knockouts?
Well, it's a long list, but I think Russia, because they're at home, even though they're not so strong and they didn't have a qualifying campaign, they should get through Group A with Uruguay, definitely. Group B, Portugal, Spain. Group C, France, Australia. Australia might be in trouble there. Peru, I think, will get through there. Group D, Argentina, and I'll go for Nigeria. Definitely
Nigeria,
Group D.
come on, show some heart, man.
Group E, Brazil, and probably Serbia. F, Germany, Mexico, probably the strongest there.
Yeah.
G, Belgium and England. You would hope England can get through. And H, Poland, definite favourites. But go Senegal.
Come on, Senegal.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Who's going to win this World Cup, buddy?
Hey, big question, big question.
Who's the informed team?
Belgium. Belgium, I think, are dark horses. You got to watch them. England, you always think they've got some good players. Harry Kane, really world class.
Come on.
You know, at that level, they just never get through. So maybe this is their time with a new young group under Gareth Southgate.
Delhi, come on, buddy. Now, there's some fantastic teams. It's a mouth-watering prospect. As we said, just 192 days to go. Let's start getting those football brains back in action. Ashfaq, thank you so much for joining us this morning and for sticking around. Well, you can let us know. Is it Africa's time to shine? Can we see an African team winning at the 2018 World Cup in Russia? Big, big question mark.
Can we please? That is the question. Now, with the launch of Nedbank's new money app, we are giving away, or rather giving you the chance to win an awesome 1,000 Rand voucher that is from loot.co.za when you download the app. And we have a voucher to give away every day.
Now, in order for you to win, all you have to do is download the Nedbank money app in your preferred app store today. You log in with your details and post a screenshot of the welcome page that's on the Expresso Facebook competition post. It is really that easy, and remember, terms and conditions do apply, and those can be found on expressoshow.com.
Bank anytime, anywhere with the new Nedbank Money app. To enroll, simply enter your Nedbank card number and PIN, and that's it. Download the new Nedbank Money app today and manage your money like never before.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, but the amazing and wonderful and health-orientated Amy's here, but Zoe's going to tell you more about that. We are saving water, and we're talking about an amazing initiative that will allow you to shower for 2 minutes and really enjoy a good song as a part of that as well.
It's all about saving water, especially here in the Western Cape, and Amy's going to show us how to make a honey and oat yummy flapjack, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
Tune into Expresso for table tennis action as we host the Sportsman's Warehouse Slam Jam with local celebs trying to ace the competition. And you could make your festive season fun and become table tennis champion among your loved ones. Get a stylish new Dunrun indoor table tennis table on special now at Sportsman's Warehouse and sign up for your rewards card today. By joining the rewards program, you'll also be entered into a lucky draw. Get in the game of winning with Expresso and Sportsman's Warehouse.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso. Time for us to find out what our international stars have been up to over the weekend.
Well, DJ Khaled already celebrated his birthday a week ago, but his pal Diddy decided to throw him, wait for it, another one. Now, the rapper threw his pal a lavish birthday at a private residence in Beverly Hills this weekend, and it saw the likes of Fergalicious, Meghan Trainor, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, and Jermaine Dupri in attendance. This isn't the first time that Diddy and Khaled went big for birthdays. A few months ago, Diddy performed for and presented the cake at DJ Khaled's son Assad's first birthday as well. So talk about a bromance note, hey?
I know, but you're mentioning some of those names. I'm like, I would love to actually hear some collaborations between some of them. Bring out a hit or two.
Happy 42nd birthday to DJ Khaled in the house. Also in a celebratory mood is Chanel Iman and Sterling Shepard. Now the model and her NFL player boyfriend are engaged. Of course, taking to Instagram, she shared a stunning photo, or rather photo moments, as he popped the question. There's no details of when the wedding is going to happen, but we do know that it's going to be absolutely amazing. So congratulations to the lovebirds.
I always find it so funny when they just get engaged and everyone expects to know the wedding date. I'm like, they just got engaged. Congratulations to them.
Very, very much.
Well, that was our international entertainment news, and I can say, yay, the local and international entertainment news was all on a good note.
So the festive season is upon us. Amy Hopkins, welcome back.
Yes,
you sweet thing. So it's not all about overindulgence over the festive season. We want to make sure that we bring in some low GI content into our diets as well. At least start the day with a low GI meal. What are you going to be making for us today?
So we've got some lovely jungle oats over here, and we're going to be making some jungle oats flapjacks.
Ooh, yummy.
And as we know, like you say, jungle oats is low GI. It's really good for heart health. It balances those blood glucose levels, and it is indulgent, but it's deliciously healthy too. So.
And you've thrown in some berries there as well. Okay, so take us through
berries for antioxidants, of course.
Pretty simple process, but I
Very
mean,
simple.
I'm hoping this is like a no-fail kind of
I'm going to give you a job to do. So you're going to whisk the eggs for me.
I'm a whisker.
So we're going to just crack 2 beautiful eggs into this bowl over here. And we're going to basically mix all the wet ingredients together and then add them to the dry. So while I'm mixing the dry and trying not to get eggshells into the eggs, you can whisk those up. What we've got here is about a cup of flour, and we're going to add a cup of jungle oats to that.
Okay.
So really, really simple. Just kind of pour this in, estimate about a cup. I mean, the great thing with flapjacks is that you can just keep kind of adding a little bit of this, adding a bit of that, till the mixture is that perfect texture. Then we've got a bit of bicarb baking powder to obviously create the fluffiness, a tiny bit of salt. You can, of course, leave the salt out. Now, I've got a gluten-free flour mix in here. So that's with a bit of coconut and rice flour, so a little bit of extra protein. That is perfect. Now we're going to just mix in this amasi. You can use buttermilk instead, or even regular milk, but the amasi gives it that nice, texture, flavor. And amasi is basically fermented milk. So for everyone that's on that kefir trend, this is like actually the classic.
100%, yeah, and it's protein, man. That was the original protein shake.
Exactly.
Okay, right there.
And we've got a little bit of vegetable oil that we're just adding, and some honey for extra sweetness. You can use sugar if you want, but I like a bit of honey for that kind of, again,
or sugar substitute if you really have to. But come on, man, you need a little bit of a kick of energy to start the day as well.
Right. So we're just going to mix this all together now. Really, really easy.
Beautiful.
Okay, there we go.
And I quite like with the jungle oats, you're going to get a slightly different texture. It's going to feel a bit more kind of, it's going to have some gravitas as a breakfast.
It's going to have some body, you know.
A bit of oomph,
Exactly. And lots of flavor, of course. And as we know, the low GI and fiber keeps you fuller for longer. So these flapjacks are just going to really keep you satiated throughout the day.
And when we talk about low GI, it's the glycemic index. It's how your body, you know, how long it takes to kind of process the food. You want it to take as long as possible to get as much nutrients out of that as possible. You've taught me something, at least.
It's been a good year, right?
And look, my pancakes always come out like flapjacks anyway, but you want a kind of a thicker mixture, something that's going to be a bit more robust when you put it in the pan.
Because these, remember, these aren't pancakes. These aren't the long, flat, strippy guys. These are like nice and chunky. So we're just going to just put a little dollop of these guys out here. Just kind of squash this down a tiny bit, as you can see.
That's the official cooking term, squash it down. Flatten it out.
There we go. So basically what you want to do is just cook this for about 5 minutes until it gets nice and golden. We've got some ready-made products over here, as you can see. And just remember to flip it over, make sure that it's cooked through. That's the biggest thing. You don't want those like kind of spongy guys. And what we've done is we've topped it with beautiful strawberries and blueberries, which are in season.
I was going to say, you can get them at a steal at the moment as well, which is is great.
And a little bit of extra honey over if you like, or a little bit of maple syrup, for example. And that is a fully packed, delicious, antioxidant, fiber-rich breakfast. Really, really great for the holidays.
Beautiful, man. And
kids will love it. It's super easy. In fact, get your kids to help make them with you.
No, completely. And the most important thing, it tastes amazing. So the keyword here is jungle to 33728. Let's take you through a quick blow-by-blow.
To make the oat flapjacks, you'll need jungle oats, maple syrup, berries, eggs, oil, buttermilk, salt, bicarbonate of soda, baking powder, sugar, and flour. Combine jungle oats, flour, sugar, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda, and salt. Then combine buttermilk, oil, and eggs, then whisk together. Add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and mix well to combine. Heat a greased frying pan and scoop the batter onto the pan. Brown on both sides and serve topped with fresh berries and a sprinkle of icing sugar. For the full recipe, visit the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to www.expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword jungle to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50. No free SMSs. T's and C's apply.
And drizzle, the keyword again is jungle to 33728. I know we've added a little bit of salt, but the nice thing about the jungle oats is it's very low in sodium, means it's great for your cholesterol. So this really is healthy. It packs a punch, both on the health stakes and as a flavorful way to start your day with a nice low GI.
You can completely leave the salt out. That's just because I'm a little bit of a salty pants and I like a little bit of that kick.
Because
you're
spicy, man.
Exactly. But
Oh,
yes,
man.
delicious,
Absolutely
really
beautiful
easy
stuff.
breakfast, and there you go. Bam.
It's good for your heart. Thank you so much, Amy. Again, that keyword is jungle to 33728.
It's kept South Africans going longer and stronger for almost 100 years.
Well, there's no doubt that water is a scarce commodity, and it's everybody's responsibility to take action to preserve this precious resource. Now, Sanlam, in association with the City of Cape Town and Cape Town Tourism, teamed up with South Africa's top music stars to help you shower in 2 minutes or less to save water. Joining us in studio to tell us more about this awesome initiative is Mariska Oosthuizen, Head of Brand at Sanlam, and Lee Franks, Marketing Executive at Cape Town Tourism. Good morning, ladies. So good to have you on the show this morning. This is certainly a very exciting initiative that kind of forces us to all get involved. Mariska, do you want to tell us how exactly it works?
Okay, so it's actually really simple. Like you said, you know, we're doing this initiative together with the city and city tourism. And basically, we've got some of South Africa's top artists to cut some of their top songs down to 2 minutes.
Wow.
So basically what you do is you go and visit the website. It's 2-minute shower songs.
That's
That's
so cool.
number 2-minute shower songs.co.za. You download the songs, or you can stream it off the website. You jump in the shower, sort of wash yourself. Switch the shower off, of course, as you're soaping. That also saves a bit of water.
Wow,
Have your
yes.
bucket next to you, catch some water, flush the toilet, and by the time that song is over, you should be out of the shower.
Now, this is amazing for a lot of people watching right now who don't really realize it. Do you want to contextualize how much water does a normal shower take, and how much of a difference does a 2-minute shower make?
So a normal shower is like 10 liters per minute. So if you do a 2-minute shower, that's 20 liters, and we're all only supposed to use 87 liters a day. So that's already like a quarter of the water you're supposed to use. And like I say, there's so much, actually, it's not just the shower and the bathroom. 80% of water gets used in the bathroom. So if you catch that water, you flush the toilet, every flush is 9 liters. You know, brushing your teeth, switch the tap off, otherwise it's just drinking water going down the drain.
This is crazy.
So there really is a lot you can do in the bathroom to actually save water.
That's wonderful. Now, Lee, what is the city doing to make sure that we are educating not only South Africans, but also the visitors that are descending upon us for the summer season to make sure that we're all saving water?
I mean, it's mainly about awareness here. And so in terms of the campaigns like Sanlam is doing, the city is running a campaign called Save Like a Local, which really creates awareness. But then there's obviously other things. If you drive on the road, you'll see that there are digital billboards. You'll also see that there are airport billboards from not only the city, but from SANAM and from other private sector managers. It really has been amazing to see how the Cape Town community has bandied together. You go into restaurants, you see water-saving messages in the bathrooms. You go to the accommodation sector, who's done some brilliant things in terms of having water-saving messages in the rooms, but also from our perspective and an industry perspective, you know, you're not getting bath plugs and baths. They're using paper table overlays and paper serviettes, so there's less washing. They're appealing to visitors to reuse their towels. So also from that perspective, we really ask our visitors to come here to save like a local and to really be accommodating of some of these water measures that have been put in place.
And then I know that you did touch on it, but especially now during the festive season where everybody gets a little bit silly, what can locals and visitors do during this time to make sure that we are aware of this message?
So also this little room called the bathroom, I think.
That's a
little
very important one, yes.
Big consumption.
Yeah.
So we really need to be aware in that space. Reusing water, you know, a nice green garden and a nice full pool are not looked on as the thing to have this season. A dirty car is the new status symbol.
Boom.
You're reusing your water. You can, you know, just as you step in the shower, you use that water. You can even do things like use the water from your washing machine. And also, you know, as I said, for our visitors, to save like a local, but also be accommodating of those water measures. I know like some pools and even some saunas and jacuzzis have been closed. But then, I mean, Cape Town has such a great variety of things to offer. We've got 10 blue flat beaches. We've also got amazing tidal pools all over the peninsula. So there's lots of different things that you can do and get in water and splash and frolic and enjoy yourselves this season.
Yeah, and I think just keeping one another accountable. Like if you see someone using too much water, like, you know, washing while the tap's running, or I actually screamed at somebody who was showering too long at the gym. I was like, can you be done now, please? They didn't know it was me. Anyways, thank you so much, ladies, for being here and, of course, talking about this amazing initiative, 2-minute shower. So if you want to get involved, not if you want to, you need to get involved. Please go and visit 2minuteshowerssongs.co.za. Pick your favorite local artist, download their song, and, of course, shorten your shower time to 2 minutes or less. And when you are lathering up, turn the shower off, like Mariska said, and make sure that we can all get into the movement of saving water in 2 minutes or less.
10 local music stars have created 2-minute shower songs to help you save water. Visit 2minuteshowersongs.com and download your favorite track now.
Well, if you haven't jumped in the shower just yet, don't do it, because Zanda Zakuza is performing for us after the break. And then we talk relationships with Dr. Eve. Should I stay? Should I go? We are asking the question, are you only in your relationship for convenience factor? Those lines will be open. That number is 021-430-9881. If you've got a comment or a question, we would love to hear from you, but we'll see you after the break.
Whether you enjoy the majesty of a mountain range or endless sand dunes, make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive. BP is giving away 21 dream holidays every week from the 2nd of October until the 15th of December. Simply visit a BP fuel station, spend 400 Rand or more and swipe your Avios card to enter. Get your Avios card for free at BP. Activate your card and you could enjoy a travel adventure with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're just in time for another brilliant performance from Zanda Zakuza, who's already blown our mind with one incredible performance this morning. I'm so glad you're going to be performing next, I think probably the tune that announced you on the local scene, but even more proud that she's released her debut album, Cynthia, which sounds amazing. We're going to chat a bit about that after you give them a taste of your talent. Here she is with Hamba.
Funa nokuyekelela. Kumbula isizathu sokunyamezela. Abantu bayohleli bethetha. Tandaza mdali uzoyenza indlela. Yomelela, you know you have the will to carry on. Begezela, even I'm on the phone and I'm there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. Hambawe, dizzy I am. Hambawe, dizzy I am. Hambawe, dizzy I am.
Trying to calm myself down so I don't work up a sweat behind the scenes there. Awesome, awesome stuff.
Thank you so much.
There is a huge inspirational message behind that song, but I kind of get a feeling that you're singing to yourself there. There is a sense. What is that song about? How did it come about, the inspiration?
My baby, the breakup song. Basically, I was just trying to encourage myself to get to where I want to be. Because you find that there are a lot of challenges in the industry. People shutting doors in your face, and people are going to say no, you know. Sometimes you're just not what they're looking for.
Part of the process,
you know? So now you have to keep going. Just tell yourself you can do it. You can do it. And that's all you need. So I just needed to like write that for somebody else out there who might be going through the same thing.
Is it easier now or the challenge is bigger?
Yeah, the higher you get, the more challenges you get. Yeah, but like you just gotta adapt, man, and keep going.
And you're doing that, man. Congratulations on Cynthia.
So much.
It's like a child you released into the world. But you're an absolute gem. Please stay as humble and amazing as you are, no matter how successful you get, because you are going to be very successful. So thank you so much. Hamba, baby, Hamba. I love that. You can let us know what you thought of that performance on all of our social media platforms. And please connect with her online as well. Show her some love this morning. Right now, let's get back into our news headlines.
En die nasionale nuuspresident Jacob Zuma het in die naweek die amptelike opening van die nuwe Dumisani Makai Reilaan in Durban waargeneem. Die padprojek, opgerig teen 'n koste van 1.3 biljoen rand, is die grootste wat die afgelope 5 jaar in Suid-Afrika gebou is. Dit bring onder andere die gemeenskappe van Newlands, KwaMashu, Inanda, KwaDabeka, Clement en Pinetown 'n maklike verbinding met mekaar en bied ook 'n alternatiewe roete na die Koning Shaka internasionale lughawe. Mediese deskundiges van die wêreld het sedert Saterdag by Grooteskier Hospitaal in Kaapstad byeengekom vir die 50-jarige herdenking van die wêreld se eerste suksesvolle hartoortplanting. Meer as 300 afgevaardigdes van die Wêreldhartfederasie, vooraanstaande kardiotorakse organisasies, sowel as redakteurs van mediese vaktydskrifte woon die geleentheid by wat later vandag ten einde loop. Wyle Dr. Christian Barnard het op 3 Desember 1967 die wêreld se eerste hartoortplanting in die Grooteskier Hospitaal op meneer Louis Washkansky van Kaapstad uitgevoer. Op die internasionale front, die Withuis se veiligheidsadviseur generaal H.R. McMaster het die VSA in 'n wedloop gewikkel om die bedreiging deur Noord-Korea aan te spreek, aangesien die potensiaal vir oorlog iedere dag verhoog. Te midde aansprake deur Noord-Korea dat sy jongste missiel die hele VSA gebied kan bereik, soek die Pentagon nou na terreine wat die VSA se Weskus wat geskik is vir bykomende verdedigingsstelsels. En dan ten slotte Paus Franciscus se besoek aan Asië het Saterdag ten einde geloop met sy ontmoeting met Bangladesh, of liewer in Bangladesh met Rohingya vlugtelinge. Dit word gesien as 'n hoogs simboliese gebaar van solidariteit met die moslimminderheid wat vlug vir geweld in Myanmar. Hy het in die verlede herhaaldelik sy steun vir die mense van Rohingya uitgespreek. Hy sê hy het geween toe hy eerstehands van die lot wat hulle getref het verneem. Wat Bangladesh reeds vir hulle gedoen het, het hy as 'n enorme welkomsgebaar beskryf. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Let's kick it off with rugby. The Springboks 2017 season came to an end on Saturday, sadly with a loss to Wales by 24 points to 22 in Cardiff. After going into half-time trailing by 9 points, the Boks did well to take a 22-21 lead into the 57th minute. However, Wales sealed the win with a half penalty with 12 minutes left on the clock. So the result sees the Boks finish the season with 7 wins from 13 test matches, an improvement from last season's run of just 4 wins in 12. Then on to the 7-man format of the game. Celebrations all round as the Blitsbokke got their World Series title defence off to a winning start as they were crowned Dubai 7th champions on Saturday. Going unbeaten throughout the tournament, South Africa beat New Zealand by 24 points to 12 in that final to win their 3rd Dubai crown in 4 years. The World 7 Series, of course, comes to South Africa next as the Cape Town Sevens takes place this coming Saturday and Sunday. Then on to football. Locally, Bidvest Wits took home the Telkom Knockout Trophy on Saturday after a 1-0 win in that final over Bloemfontein Celtic in Durbs. With the game heading into extra time, Vincent Pule came up with a cracker for the winner. Brilliant backheel in the 91st minute to see Wits win their 3rd trophy in the last 18 months. Wits are back in action on Wednesday, hoping to get their league campaign back on track up against Ajax in the PSL. While tomorrow, the tie of the evening sees a top-of-the-table clash as Baroka FC tackle Mamelodi Sundowns. Then a little further afield, Man United got the better of Arsenal in the English Premier League on Saturday as the Red Devils earned a 3-1 win in London. Though Arsenal dominated the game with 76% of the possession, it was United who were more clinical with goals from Antonio Valencia and a brace from Jesse Lingard sealing the win. Now the results, Liverpool beat Brighton 5-1, Chelsea claimed a 3-1 win over Newcastle, while Man City, they continue their dominance at the top of the table with a 2-1 comeback win over West Ham United. And that's a wrap of our sport for this morning.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's take one final look at your roads. We start off in Gauteng, Johannesburg. There's congestion on the N1 northbound between 14th Avenue and Rivonia Road with an average speed of about 30 kilometers an hour. Expect about 20 minutes delay over there. And in the Western Cape, there's about a 31-minute delay on the N1 inbound. That's between Jip de Jager and Marine Drive. That's where we leave your traffic. Let's take one final look at the weather. And it seems like most parts of the country can expect beautiful weather conditions. Polokwane starting off on 18, reaching a high of 30. Mbombela 19 with a high of 28. Pretoria 15 with a maximum of 30. Johannesburg 15 reaching a high of 28. If you're in Mahikeng, 16 with a high of 31. Klerksdorp also a high of 31. Kimberley 19 reaching a high of 35. Bloemfontein 17, 34. Richards Bay 20, 27. Pietermaritzburg 16, 22. If you're in Durban today, a low of 21 can be expected with a high of 24. Mthatha 25, 19. East London 17 with a high of 20. Cradock 13, 28. Port Elizabeth 16, 22. If you're in George, 13 with a high of 19. Sutherland 9, 25. Cape Town 15, 22. Worcester 10, 28. Springbok 12, 29. And if you're in Uppington today, expect a low of 24 with a high of 36 degrees Celsius. And that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, sir. Well, it's time for us to head over to social media. Did you know that it is sock day today, fam? Let's find out what we are saying. What are you hoping to get in your Christmas stocking this festive season? Are you looking for candy or maybe your favorite treats, gift cards, or even gadgets? Let's see what you had to say. Irma kicking it off saying, good morning, Expresso fam. Awesome new week and first Monday of December. Have a super awesome last month of 2017. They said, goeiemorgen, Expresso. You guys just bring some things to my mornings. With Christmas around the corner, I just hope Santa drops unspecific entertainment gadgets down my chimney. Joanne says, good morning, beautiful breakfast team. I hope all of you have an awesome weekend. Anything in my sock, awesome day to it all. So it seemed like it could be anything. People will be grateful for whatever they get in their Christmas stocking this festive season.
So the BP Fuel My Festive campaign is now in full swing, and you, of course, have a chance of, first off, winning 300,000 Avios points for a dream holiday anywhere in the world. But you also get automatically entered into our Pick-a Box giveaway, where you can win some unbelievable prizes from loot.co.za, BP, and tons more Avios points.
That's right. And on the line joining us, we have Jamil. We have Jamil on the line who filled up with 200 Rand or more and swiped his activated Avios card at the BP petrol station. Jamil, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Fine, and you?
Very good, very good.
So we have 7 boxes in front of us, each spelling out the word Expresso. Which one would you like to choose?
I choose the X.
X.
There it is. Nice
this seems
one.
to be the popular box.
Yeah,
so
understandably
let's
so.
take a look at what you won. Well,
Nice.
there's a few envelopes in here. You won yourself 10,000 Avios points
Beautiful.
alongside a waterproof Bluetooth mini speaker with mic BTS 06. And of course, you win yourself 500 Rand cash.
Beautiful. Well done. Congratulations, sir. You can use those 10,000 Avios points to get somewhere in South Africa. At least that's really awesome. And you can now take your little speaker into the shower with you and have your 2-minute shower while listening to your 2-minute mix, which is brilliant. But congratulations. Well done, Jamil. Now, you guys.
Thank you, man.
Oh, well done, buddy. Have a fantastic day and a great festive. So don't forget, guys, please swipe your Avios card whenever you fill up with 400 Rand or more at any participating BP to make sure that you're automatically entered into the BP Fill My Festive competition, as well as standing a chance of winning some incredible prizes right here on Expresso in our Pick-a Box competition. Got to do it, though, before the 15th of December. That's when the promotion ends in 2 weeks' time. For all of the information and T's and C's, you can visit expressoshow.com or bp.co.za.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP, swipe your activated Avios card, and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Dr. Eve is in the house, so you know what that means. We are talking relationships after the break. And are you in your relationship out of convenience? We talk more about that. And then we're also heading to the kitchen where we make a delicious barley breakfast. All that more on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to talk relationships. Now, gone are the days of waiting for marriage or serious commitment before couples decide to invest in assets together, such as bank accounts and buying houses or cars, or even renting apartments and sharing vehicles. Now, unfortunately, there may come a point where there is no longer an emotional or spiritual or physical attachment, and you are only staying in the relationship out of convenience. How do you identify when you're staying in your relationship out of convenience? Do you find yourself in this situation, maybe watching right now? How do you know whether it's better to leave or to stay or to just make it work? Well, our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, is in the building, is in studio, and she's going to help us unpack all of this. So feel free to call us on 021-430-9881 with your questions or comments, and she will definitely engage with you. Thank you so much, Dr. Eve, for being here. Always good to have you on the show.
Nice to be here.
Such meaty topics, because I know that this is a very real thing, and we spoke about it. You know, maybe should you stay in the relationship just because of an emotional or a physical attachment, or because you share things? Are those the things that make you stay, or can you stay for other reasons?
You know, it's like when I was listening to you talk now, I wanted to say, boo-hoo, where is the love? Where's the love? Where is the passion? Are we just doing this because it's convenient? So let's kind of try and define what is being convenient to people. It's a situation where there isn't primarily an attachment because of love, because of passion, but because there's quite a strategic view about what is it that I need in my life right now. And it may be that I'm just needing something emotional, something physical, something financial, something sexual, something for my children, and therefore I'm staying in this relationship because it's just pretty convenient for me. I think the ethical question is it wrong? You know, who are we to judge those situations? And I'd love to hear from our viewers, if they're in such a situation, is it something which works beneficially for them, or is it really harmful to them? So we want to consider, you know, what is a superficial relationship? How do you even know if you're in this thing called a superficial relationship?
You mentioned where is the love, and I know, you know, when we start out initially, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion, and as time goes on, those things seem to kind of maybe die down or fizzle out. But you've acquired things in the process. Just because the love has died out, and the passion has died down, and now this person is more your brother or your best friend than your lover, should you jump ship?
I think that there are two kinds of relationship. The one that you're describing is when you start out with that love and the passion, and then it peters out into things that are just, as you describe, in common. And then there's the other kind, which I think more people are moving into today, which is almost like the old-fashioned arranged marriages, where people sit back and strategically think, well, I don't have the love and the passion, but there are things over here which are very convenient for me at this stage of my life now. But it has a negative consequence for those people. So let's talk about your people first, and then we'll talk about my people. Your people first are the ones who have stayed because it's convenient to stay. And I come back to the question, is it ethically unsound to do something like, I mean, what's wrong with staying because it's convenient? If there is harm, abuse, 16 days, we're in it, so let's talk to it, you know. If it's harmful and it's abusive, of course it's not convenient for you to be staying in it, but that's not what we're addressing today, right? We're talking about people who have, as you say, acquired things like children, like material things, like friends, like a home, like family, and they're staying even though the love and passion isn't there. Is that wrong?
Exactly. Well, we're going to answer that question after the break. Our lines are open, 021-430-9881. Are you staying in your relationship out of convenience? Let us know.
Are you still in the friend zone? We're going to continue that very interesting discussion. I think a lot of light bulbs going off across the country right now. So Zoe, being one of my closest mates on the show, I thought I'd make you some breakfast this morning.
Oh, yeah, and I believe barley is one of Ewan's favorites. So.
Yeah, man. Well, it's hearty. We've pre-cooked some barley here, but Mondays are all about those frugal feasts, about using things that we might have left over from the weekend. And if you do have some barley, don't throw out, because often when you make it and you kind of pre-cook it, then you have a lot left over that you don't use in a salad or something like that, or if you've sweetened it up. Don't throw it out. We're going to make some breakfast with it.
I'm very intrigued to see how you're going to incorporate this with breakfast, because if I think barley, I think of a lunch meal, a dinner, in fact.
Well, the thing is, it goes so well with the yolk, so you want to make sure you have a soft egg, but that's going in just now. So I've got some lovely brown mushrooms here that we've chopped up, and don't be shy, I like big chunky pieces of mushroom, but you can go, again, if you've got leftover mushroom from a dish that you're cooking, and when you chop them up, it takes a lot less time to saute them. I was sauteing some onion in there, which I've chopped up finely. to go with the barley as well. So we're just going to let that kind of saute through just a little bit. Then I have pre-cooked the barley, which you can boil it, and it's because you want it nice and soft when you put it in here. You don't want to kind of cook it for too long, so I'm going to just hoy that through. And the nice thing here is you don't want it to take a huge amount of time. You want it to come together quite quickly so you can have yourself set. So it's going to be nice and hearty, and this has got earthy kind of flavor tones to it.
And this is going to be one of those meals where it's one of those meals that will keep you full for longer.
Yeah,
I feel like you'll get a lot out of this one.
And we're all about the low GI here, especially with the breakfast. You want to make sure that when you are digesting something, certainly from that first meal of the day, that you're getting as much nutrients out of it. And when something burns up really quickly in your body, you're not getting the nutrients out of it. So we're going to let these kind of cook through.
I'm very intrigued to see the direction this is going because it smells amazing. You can get that barley fragrance, but more so the mushrooms coming through.
Yeah, I just want them to kind of soften up nicely there. It is starting to smell absolutely amazing. And then you'll see our hero here. Now, what I love doing is when you switch it up, when you're having a breakfast, if you've got something like a yolk flavor, you want to complement that or kind of bring the best out in it. And seeing as we're getting quite special here, we've brought our Amazi full cream. Now it's almost like a buttermilk, something like that. Just a drop to soften up the mixture because this can be a little bit dry. So just a little bit. So I'm going to use like maybe
just a little dollop.
Like 2 tablespoons. You can pop that out of the way. We're going to mix that through.
Now, our keyword for this morning is breakfast. If you'd love to have this barley breakfast recipe sent directly to your phone, that link, our keyword this morning is breakfast. That number is 33728.
Okay, then we're going to do.
That looks amazing. Can I give you the bowl?
Yeah, please.
There you go.
Just going to spoon some of that in there.
Oh, look at those mushrooms. I love the pop of red also coming through from the tomato.
And you can smell that, like that earthiness. This is something that's rustic, but it certainly doesn't skimp on the flavor. Make sure that we've got a little bit of everything in there.
There we go.
And then, just to round it off, dun dun dun, we've got our egg. And make sure that you don't overdo it because you really want the yolk to break in and mix with those flavors. Look at that. It's amazing. It's healthy. It packs a punch on the flavor side.
That looks incredible. Just once more, our keyword for this morning is breakfast. If you'd love to have this barley breakfast recipe sent directly to your phone, SMS breakfast to 33728. Well done.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. No, I don't have utensils to eat it. I'm going to have to use my giant
I'll find some.
No, worries. No,
I'll find some.
Give it to me.
Interesting times in our kitchen this morning. Well, we are with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, this morning. We're talking about relationships of convenience. Are you staying in your relationship out of convenience because it's easier to do so? We've got a call on the line, Dr. Eve.
Great.
Anonymous, you've been in your relationship for 17 years. What's the current situation?
Yes, it's not a relationship. We actually have been married for 17 years. You know what? I made a vow to her that I will never have. We don't have children actually in this marriage. I made a vow that I will never have babies outside the marriage because the problem is basically lying with her, not with me. But this thing has been eating me inside tremendously. And I don't know how to deal with it. This feeling that I should leave it because, you know, you go through life once and my happiness is at stake. I'm quite unhappy in this marriage. I just want to know what your advice would be.
Am I understanding that Anonymous has been married for 17 years?
Wants to have children. But the partner doesn't.
She doesn't want to have children.
Or is not able to. And this is really affecting Anonymous and is maybe staying in the relationship because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh, no. No, you don't give up your life because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You want to weigh it up, Leanne, you know, which pain is going to be worse. I always say this to my clients. Which pain is going to be worse? You're going to have a pain one way or another. The pain of staying with the relationship or the pain of leaving, doing a really good resolution and moving on. Because that pain is temporary, it's in the moment, it's bitter, it's cutting, it's sore, you know, when you decide to leave a relationship because it's no more convenient for you to be there, rather than staying in that relationship where it is ongoingly painful and sore all the time. I think you've got to choose the riskier one and just move out, but absolutely elegantly, without, you know, being really vicious about it.
And Anonymous said something that was so profound. You only have this one life.
Absolutely.
You know, and if there's something that you want so much like children, you know, it's not something that's going to happen if you don't move on it now.
And it could be you want a career and the person doesn't allow you to do that. So you want to then say, well, how convenient is this relationship to me? And it may not be convenient. What's convenient is the comfortability, the familiarity of it, and it might be, I'm sure, after 17 years, money tied up. There's so much intertwined, and the thought, people, just the idea of it is so painful to leave, keeps people stuck.
Exactly.
And then, as I say, it's really no longer convenient to be there.
Thank you so much, Anonymous, for your call. I certainly hope that was of some help to you. Now, Dr. Eve, let's talk about this issue of stability. A lot of friends that I have do not like being single. They don't like the idea of being single. So they'll be in a relationship because it is convenient, or they feel stability in that. Is that healthy?
Just look at your voice and listen. I mean, listen to your voice and look at your face. You can see that this isn't a healthy thing that you feel. And what we were speaking about in the break, I found so useful, Leanne, the fact that it's men who are doing this as well.
I have so many guy friends who just are not comfortable with being alone.
So it's, again, one of the stories of why we stay in relationships of convenience. Convenience, let's express just again that it is just a matter of a relationship that serves you well at certain levels, but can be really superficial, where you really feel that I'm not really seen, I don't really feel I know this person. Also, there isn't a lot of sexual activity, and people live quite parallel lives, but it suits them. So again, we're not judging it. And I come back to ethically, is there something wrong with it? But if it causes you pain, not great. And then let's talk to what you were saying.
Can we catch up with that after the break? Because we have to quickly go to Zoe, but we are going to catch up with this issue of stability and why people decide to be in the relationships in the first place. Zoe, over to you.
Let's do it.
Well, Dr. Eve's not going anywhere. We will see you after the break, where we continue our relationship chat of should you stay or should you go. Those lines are open. That number is 021-430-9881. And I'm standing here with an umbrella because it is a hot, hot morning here in the Mother City. We'll be making a nougat milkshake after the break, so don't go anywhere.
Clover Classic Custard and Clover Crush are hashtag way better together. Stand a chance of winning daily cash and airtime prizes or the grand prize of a Toyota RAV4 when you buy a 1 kilogram classic custard and a 1 litre crush together. To enter the competition, dial *120*5676# and follow the prompts. You'll need the barcodes from both products and can enter as many times as you like. For the full competition, T's and C's, visit clover.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, is in the hot seat, and we're discussing how to identify whether you are staying in your relationship out of convenience, and she's here to engage with you and your questions. So give us a call on 021-430-9881. Before we went into the break, we were talking about the fact that some people are really uneasy with the idea of being single, and they would rather stay in a relationship just to not be alone, even if there is no real romantic feelings or connections. Why is that?
Well, because...
Or maybe I should ask, why is there such a stigma around being single?
Look, there is a movement against it as more and more people, men and women, are single and are choosing to be single. By single, it doesn't mean that you don't have relationships. It just means that you're choosing not to be in commitment. You may have friends with benefits, you may have a lover or two, but it means that you just are liking the status of being single, of being independent, having that freedom, which you feel you can't have in a relationship. And we long to have connection. So, you know, there is this thing around the sad single person, which isn't really true.
Yeah.
So because of that, because of external forces, and as well as because of an internal feeling of fear of I'm going to be single the rest of my life, people tend to either get into, this is my group of people, the AND people, or choose to be in relationships with people out of convenience.
Yeah.
I may not have the love, I may not have the passion, but this is a home I can go to, this is a person that I can take her out with or be seen out with. And also there's financial benefit to me, there's emotional benefit of having somebody to chat with, there's physical benefit, there may be sexual activity occasionally. So I'm going to be in this relationship because the idea of being single is way worse for me than compromising or conceding by being in a relationship with somebody who I may not be 100% passionately in love with.
Yeah.
But they're things that are convenient for both of us. Well, I hope so, because that's where the rub comes in. And I'd really like to know from our viewers, you know, are you in a one-sided convenient relationship, meaning that your partner fully is in love and passionate and committed to you, but you're really there because it's convenient for you? And does your partner know about that?
You know, now that we're talking about this, I really am starting to kind of go through my mind at the amount of relationships that I'm aware of, where, you know, maybe someone is really unhappy, is not getting the emotional support that they need within a relationship, maybe is like anonymous, not able to have the children because one person has decided they're not going to do it. It's not what they want in their lives. And like things have changed. You're no longer the same people that you were early on, but you stay because you have the things within the marriage. You have the house, you have the... It's not as easy to just walk away from
It's
all
never
of that.
easy, but you also have to do a bit of a reconciliation with yourself. What are the things that I value most in my life right now? Are they the convenience of having the material goods, the house, the partner, which means not being single? Or is it, you know, are there other things that I value, like my happiness, or really being potentially in a relationship which is emotionally very fulfilling for me, and also where I feel seen and heard and I can be fully expressive. So it's about, you know, what do you most value in your life?
Yeah, that is the question. What do you most value in your life? You have one more opportunity to call Dr. Eve on 021-430-9881. Are you staying in your relationship out of convenience?
Well, it is a beautiful Monday morning. It is a hot one outside, and we thought we need to cool down a little bit by making a nougat milkshake. And this is for anyone with a sweet tooth. So, Graham, you're going to help me.
I'll do the heavy lifting.
Yes, yes, yes. So we've got 2 cups of vanilla ice cream. What's nice about a milkshake is you can just throw it all in, blend it up, and
much
boom.
as you like. There we go.
It is really, really easy. So we've added our vanilla ice cream, and then we're going to need a cup of, you can estimate a cup of our Clover fresh full cream milk. Or you're going to pop it in at the end. So we have some roasted nuts just to add some texture.
All of them in.
Yes, go for it. We have some cherries, some colourful dried cherries. I call them cherries, but it's dried fruit.
Okay, I'm going to keep 2 out just for our little decoration.
There we go. And then, of course, the key ingredient as well, a little bit of nougat. And we'll put a little dollop of honey in there
just to get that nougat flavour through.
Yes, okay, that was a big dollop.
Beautiful.
And then, of course, we're going to add our Clover fresh full cream milk. And what's great about the Clover milk is it has all of your nutrients and vitamins that you need. It's got your vitamin A, your vitamin D, B12, protein, and calcium.
Also stays fresher for longer, which I love. Cool, and there it is. We're going to get a little pop of Kalia, so watch closely.
There we go. You've mixed it all up, and we've lined our glasses with some chocolate sauce just to add to that sweetness.
Oh, I cannot wait for this. Dun, dun, dun.
And our keyword this morning is drink. If you'd love to have this nougat milkshake recipe sent straight to your phone, that keyword is drink to the number 33728. How's that coming along?
I love it.
I get a feeling our cherries might sink to the bottom, but we can try add them to the top.
We've got our little cherry bits all the way through as well, just to give it that nougat kind of...
Okay, let's find the cherry.
Oh, that's all right. It's a little surprise you can find at the bottom, but that looks absolutely amazing. So,
there we go.
So I'll smash
Cheers,
right
thank you for that.
Cheers. Thank you. Beautiful for a hot summer's day.
Do you get that nougat taste?
It tastes exactly like nougat. It's absolutely amazing. Diet out the window. No, at least you are getting some nutrients courtesy of our Clover. Absolutely love that, and you know that the milk undergoes something like 55 quality tests before it gets into your glass, so you're getting a top quality product.
This is amazing. This is
really
nougat in a glass.
is delicious. And now the terrible thing is we've got a food photographer who needs to take a photo of these, and every sip we take,
I just get bigger, like, wait.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, man.
Well, that keyword.
Absolutely beautiful. Well done.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Oh my, this is meaty stuff. Dr. Eve and I are just getting into it. Well, she's here, our relationship expert, and we've got one more opportunity to talk about this. We do have a caller on the line. Rose, good morning. You are from Durban. How are you? What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Good morning. No, I'm very well. I'd just like to actually make a comment on your segment.
Yes.
I was married for almost 10 years, and I've got 3 children. And I thought staying in my relationship with my husband for security reasons was the right thing.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it was never like that. I actually started hurting my children and myself.
Yeah.
So everybody that feels that they need to stay in the relationship for security or for financial reasons shouldn't, because at the end of the day, they're going to hurt themselves as well as their partners.
Wow, I mean, Rose, you were married 10 years, you had 3 children, and you left the security?
I had to.
What was
Yes.
going down that made you leave? Because that's a big ask.
I was literally being physically and mentally abused by my ex-husband.
Okay, so you're saying that just staying there and relying on somebody for security does not give you security. In fact, it disempowers you and sets you up to be vulnerable and at risk for abuse.
Yes.
Well, thank you for the strong voice. Thank you for saying that this matter of convenience didn't work for you. So do you think that love and passion are going to be the better solution?
I feel that they just need to find out their partners before they actually do take that step of getting married. Because at the end of the day, you're committing to this person for the rest of your life. And if you feel that there's something wrong, rather not.
Okay, so we're talking 16 days again, Leanne, and you're saying check out your partner, and even if it feels kind of convenient and you don't see any harm, notice the red flags.
Absolutely.
Notice
Rose,
them.
thank you so much for your call. We appreciate it. Wow, that was a very powerful statement, and this is a very powerful. Just to wrap it up, Dr. Eve, because we don't have any more time left.
Yeah.
What is your advice for someone who is in a relationship based on convenience? What should they do?
I'm going to throw out the phrase that I said to you. Relationships feel that they're too good to leave and too bad to stay in. If you're in that kind of relationship where it's too good to leave, it's really not that bad. It's kind of convenience, but it's too bad to stay in. Really weigh up what really is valuable to you. Staying for convenience is something which may really work for you, especially if you're both aligned and in agreement with it. But if one of you is really unhappy with that sense of convenience, where you feel you're not really loved, you're not really visible, this person isn't respecting you, you should really find support and find ways to move out.
Exactly. Find the value. That's why I always say Dr. Eve needs her own show. We need more time with you. Thank you so much, Dr. Eve. Now, if your relationship doesn't work out, we can only hope that it was a growing and learning experience, and that one that you can really rely on for knowledge when embarking on your next one.
Well, we're taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's always so great having Dr. Eve in studio. But after the break, we're going to take a look at the theatre roundup for the month of December. All of those productions you can catch. And then we are cooking up a recipe just for Santa. As we know, him and his reindeers, they love their milk and cookies. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso. And as the year comes to an end, we decided to bring you a theatre. I mean, we know that the theatre circuit, it is really alive this time of the year with some really awesome productions at the moment. And seeing that the holidays are fast approaching, we thought we'd give you a glimpse into some of the hottest shows currently running that you can go check out.
'Tis the season to be jolly, 'tis the season to go out and watch some amazing theatre. We start off this month's theatre roundup with Janice Honeyman's Pinocchio, which runs at the Joburg Theatre until the 30th of December. It stars a stellar cast, including Generations actress Chi Mende, veteran comedic actor Toby Cronier, and of course Kanye Nokwe herself, who stars as Pinocchio. So Kanye, you're a female actress, obviously. How was it like preparing for a male role, Pinocchio?
The process of becoming a boy for Janice Honeyman's 30th annual pantomime is challenging. It's a lot of fun, a lot of rigid movement, so I'm very stiff right now, but it is an honor to play Pinocchio.
And why would you say people should come watch this production? What makes it so special, so magical?
It is family, fun-filled musical. It really is a show that allows kids to understand the difference between right and wrong and the consequences of that in a fun-filled, humorous way, obviously.
My character is Pussy Galore, the cat. Meow. Hello. She is a con, together with the fox, trying to make a quick buck. She's the one who ends up getting Pinocchio into trouble. She is our dirty, dangerous black cat girl, who I think the audiences will love to hate.
It's worse than the worst. It's wonderful just to do a pantomime, you know, because of all the joy and the kids and the children's enthusiasm and the adults' enthusiasm as well. People don't come to the panto to criticize it, they come to enjoy it, you know, which is really fun.
If you're looking to end off the year on a musical note, then I'd suggest you come check out #Respect, which is running right here at the Auto and General Theatre on the Square in Sandton. This musical cabaret celebrates some of the biggest female voices in the musical industry, from Nina Simone to Whitney Houston, Amy Winehouse and Adele.
They can expect 3 dynamic individuals called Black Yogurt, myself, Donovan Yards, Itu Shabani and Sean McGrath, and quite a dynamic, colourful show, because what we're doing is we're paying homage to female artists in the entertainment industry locally and internationally. And it's going to be a fun take on men singing female songs.
The reason I went for boys singing female songs was that this year's been pretty tough in the battle of the sexes, and there have been a lot of negative hashtags, you know, #men are trash, #not in my name. And I thought it would be nice to have a positive hashtag, which is #respect. And I thought, well, it would also be great for men to be singing female songs, because one, creatively it's really interesting, and two, they're paying respect to women and saying, we know you're awesome, and yeah, #respect.
If you're looking for something more spectacular, I'm talking about breathtaking high-speed twists and turns on ice, then Cinderella on Ice, running at the Teatro at Monte Cassino, is definitely one production to come and check out. It's won numerous awards and standing ovations, and if you're looking for something to keep you on the edge of your seat, this production definitely won't disappoint. Tony, you've done many ice productions before, from Swan Lake on Ice to Nutcracker on Ice, but why do you decide to revive Cinderella on Ice?
Cinderella we did way back in 2008, and what Peter Turian, my producing partner here in South Africa, said was, Tony, let's do Cinderella again, but can you make it better? Can you improve upon what you've done before? I'll call it a Cinderella story. It's a story for today. The Imperial Ice Stars are an incredible group of skaters from Russia, are going to thrill, excite you, make you smile, make you laugh, but also bring to the stage a beautiful romantic interpretation and bring a tear to your eyes.
It's not a fairy tale emotions. The emotions that Cinderella goes through, they are real. And to show that on the stage during that 2 hours, that transition from the little girl to a beautiful woman. It's very special for me because, you know, in my life, like any other girl as well, I dream about being happy and being in love and love somebody. And that's what happens in this show with my character. And I love dancing with my partner. He is an incredible partner. To have that emotions combined together with a beautiful figure skating, this is a very emotional piece.
The holiday season is all about spending time with friends and family, so why not make a date and come and catch some of these amazing productions? As you've seen, there's something in there for each and every taste.
Time for a cuteness overload. We love Cinderella. In fact, we love all princesses, like little Renly over here is destined to be a princess. She says no, but I think she will be. Why? Because her mom, Erin, is a princess, a queen.
Really?
Erin is, in fact, well, she works here in the company. She's one of our screenwriters. She's going to help us create something truly special. Stick around. Almost. So after Santa puts the presents under the tree, he only has eyes for two things. His plate of cookies and a glass of Clover fresh milk. So this year, your family can wow him with some amazing treats that you can make yourself. Gather the kids, head to the kitchen and start baking a batch, or 2 or 3 or maybe 10 of these choc chip cookies. They won't cause Santa any travel troubles, but they may keep him at your house for a few extra minutes. Maybe he'll even leave an extra present. Guys, welcome to the show. Renly, you look gorgeous. Where did you get this dress from, Renly?
Where's this dress from?
I can't remember.
Oh, you can't remember. Okay, do you want to get baking?
All right, so let's launch into it. We've got a record amount of time to use now to make biscuits for Santa. Where do we start here?
Okay, so this is actually a really easy choc chip cookie recipe because you just make it in 2 parts, you mix it together, and you scoop it out. So first thing I'm going to do is, we've got some softened batter in. I'm going to ask you if you can please pour the sugar into the bowl for me.
Great job.
So there you go, just like that. And this one over here.
Don't hold back on the sugar, girl.
No, yeah. you need sugar in your life. And then what you're going to do is very easy. You just got to take it and you've got to just cream it together. So you're going to stir and stir and stir and stir and stir. It is actually easier if you use a hand mixer for this. But we're just going to speed right along.
We go old school here.
We go old school. All right, then, Ren, if you don't mind adding the vanilla extract for me.
Thank you, Ren.
So this is going to make up your wet mix. And like I said, it's just 2 parts, dry and wet. So over there you can see we've already got our dry mix, which is cake flour, cocoa powder, some bicarb, and some baking powder that's already been sifted together. Okay, now it's just starting to come together. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do the egg. Now this is a big thing for Ren. She likes cracking eggs. Okay. So all I do is a little tap on the counter.
I understand she's on like 5 or 6 eggs without a shell.
Without a shell. So here you go. Can you get it for me? Big moment, big moment, big moment. Go, 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 go.
Beautiful.
Yay, thank you, Ren.
I didn't see a shell, nothing. No shell, nothing.
Oopsie. You can wipe it on my apron if you want. Wipe it on my apron.
Well done, Ren. Very good. Here we go. Here's a little
There's a little cloth there for you if you want one.
It's all yours.
Okay, so now you're going to mix this all together. So this is first part of your dough. Now, Ren, I need you to grab the big bowl of flour over there for me, please. Right
there
over
we go.
there.
I know it's a big one. Are you strong enough?
There we go. And you are going to pour all this in now.
Boom.
Whoa.
Boom. Dun, dun,
That's
dun.
a mess.
That's what we want. We want a mess, okay?
We do want mess, because mess is fun over Christmas.
Mess is learning. I love it. And the keyword here is Clover, to 33728 if you'd like. This ingredients list is super simple, and you can be having so much fun with your own kids, no matter how grown up they are, and creating some beautiful,
We're grown-up kids,
biscuits.
aren't we?
Yeah, no, completely.
We're totally grown-up kids.
That's what connects us. Okay, what
now
do you
the last thing you do, although mine's a bit dry, you can grab the choc chips over there. So the last step you're going to do is you're going to pour in your chocolate chips. Now the important thing is you're just going to like fold them in. And I know, Graham, you have trouble understanding the baking term of folding in. Ren, can you take a step over for me, please? Just one step. This way. That way.
That's the term, joined at the hip.
That's very much so. So with folding, you scoop under and over and you mix it all together. And when it's eventually done, it will come out looking like this.
Which you want to just put in your mouth
dark
before
chocolate
you even bake
pile of beauty right here. Now, very easy. You take 2 spoons. Would you like a spoon? There you go. And you just
beautiful
scoop
gold
up.
Spoons.
Yeah, beautiful gold spoons. Because we're elegant, because we're fancy.
Because you're princesses.
We're princesses. And you're going to move this out the way. Take your scoop and you're going to pop it on your baking tray. That's a big one. Are you eating that one? Is that yours?
That's for me. And she says, no, I'm not allowed one because I'm not pretty enough.
No.
So the key word again is Clover to 33728. While we round these off, I'm going to say Merry Christmas to both of you. Thank you so much for bringing this gorgeous little thing in here. think you've definitely made it onto Santa's nice list this Christmas, but let's see if you guys can do it as well. Let's go through a bit of a step-by-step at how we arrive at these beautiful, beautiful chocolate chip cookies. Well done.
Leave Santa a sweet surprise with some delicious choc chip cookies and a chocolate milk that'll keep you on the nice list for the next year. You will need 500 milliliters of Clover fresh full cream milk, Clover aerosol whipped cream, chocolate sprinkles, 6 to 8 tablespoons of chocolate sauce, 2 cups of chocolate chips, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, half a cup of cocoa powder, 2½ cups of cake flour, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 eggs, a cup of brown sugar, a cup of white sugar, and a cup of softened butter. In a large bowl, add the butter, brown sugar, white sugar, and cream together with a hand mixer. Add the eggs one at a time and mix in between each egg addition. Now add the vanilla extract and mix to combine. Set the mixture aside. In a separate bowl, sift the flour. Sift the cocoa powder. Add the bicarbonate of soda and salt to the dry mix and mix well. Pour the dry ingredients into the bowl with the wet ingredients and mix it all together. Add the chocolate chips and mix it into the dough.
Dun, dun, dun. There we have our beautiful chocolate chip cookies. They look amazing. The texture is just insane. Now, what do we need, guys? We've got our chocolate chip cookies. What goes with that?
Rin, what did you make here for Santa?
Chocolate chip cookies.
And what's this?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk. Okay, so this is very easy. You just take some Clover fresh full cream milk. You can whisk it up with some chocolate sauce, and then just to make it extra decadent for Santa, right? You take some
look at that rain.
cream.
Look at that rain.
And we're going to make
if
it
Santa
yummy.
if Santa happened to shave before he came to your house,
Yes.
which he sometimes does, he has a sip of that and he's got his beard again. Absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you so much, Renly.
Thank you.
You are definitely going on Santa's
Oopsie.
nice list. You might even make crackernard as well.
Oh,
thank you, Erin. Absolutely superb. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you, you too.
Awesome,
Have a very
awesome
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
So, with the festive season in full swing, it's time to enjoy a few treats over the holidays, or maybe a lot of treats. We challenged you, our Expresso family, to make the Clover choc banana pancake stack last time around. Following the recipe we've posted online, and then take a pic of that finished dish along with your Clover fresh full cream milk. Post that pic on the Expresso Facebook page, and you could be one of our daily winners of an unbelievable Clover product hamper. It's jam-packed with over 1,000 Rand. So get cooking, snap those pics, and bring Clover home for the holidays. But find all of the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. And that winner who posted their amazing Clover choc banana pancake stack, of course, this morning we have to congratulate. Can I get a resounding cheer for Nompumelelo Mapolova? Congratulations! Spectacular. I think you can see it there on screen. That is wow. This is wow. It's going to be a good Christmas. It's going to be an indulgent Christmas. Renly, you're a superstar. You are indeed one of Santa's little elves. Erin, you might be Mrs. Claus. We just don't know. Thank you, ladies. Ladies, apparently you are pretty enough to get a biscuit.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Graham cooks and we clean. It's time to shine with Mac. It's the kitchen cleanup time. Yes, it's how to shine with Mac kitchen cleanup time. And today we're focusing on organizing your fridge properly. Now, do you know the correct spot for every single item? Well, if you don't, then you definitely need to listen up. You don't want to be sifting through a messy fridge when it's time to eat. Plus, messy fridges can cause cross-contamination. So let's get organizing.
That's right. Well, the first things first is you need to toss all expired food.
Yes.
Make sure you go through that fridge and remove all other foods. And then you squeeze some Mac onto a damp cloth. You wipe the inside of your fridge. Now, Mac's high foam formula with active lemon makes it more than just a dishwashing liquid. Mac is a detergent that is safe to use around food storage areas and will keep your fridge free from any nasty bacteria and eliminate all odors. Now,
exactly. What is the best way to put everything back again? Well, does it matter where things go? It actually does. According to professionals, your fridge arrangement should be based on the temperature foods need to be cooked to. For instance, organized this way, any cross-contamination that occurs won't be a problem because the contaminated food will be cooked to a higher temperature than the food sitting above it that may have dripped down. Okay, you can start by placing items that need no cooking on the top shelf. These include leftovers, pre-prepared or ready-to-eat foods. The middle shelves can be used for all things dairy, such as milk, yogurt, and cheese. And then the bottom shelves are for the coldest parts of the fridge. Those things should be raw ingredients that need to be cooked at higher temperatures than stored.
So that would basically be your chicken, your fish, your beef, all of that raw meat. Yes. And just to make sure that you are properly covered and sealed, make sure those things are that. Exactly. And then, did you know that you should technically not put your eggs and milk in the door?
Wow.
Well, they said you should actually place those in the cooler part of your fridge, like the middle shelf. And the door is the warmest part of the fridge, so only your condiments should really go there. And once those jars and bottles are open, they should be kept inside the fridge.
Exactly. There's a reason why they're called salad drawers, so use them. They're the best place to store fruit and vegetables. Now, as the drawers don't touch the back of the fridge, these items are less likely to become frozen. Now, speaking of temperature, the right temperature for a fridge is between 3 and 5 degrees Celsius. So never put hot food into the fridge. It will cause the overall temperature to rise and can lead to food poisoning.
Well, I hope these tips have been helping because a well-organized fridge is vital for safe storage and will help you minimize food wastage. And now that your fridge has been restacked, you can also be rest assured that your food is being stored in the right way.
I feel so much better already. How do you feel at home? So you can get your smile on and your shine on with Mac. And this is the Mac hamper that we're talking about this morning because we're giving it away each week. And to stand a chance of winning, all you have to do is SMS the simple keyword Mac to 33728. SMSs are charged at R1.50. No free SMSs apply, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Now, this week's giveaway ends at midnight this Friday, so make sure you get those SMSs in.
For every dish, for every occasion, Mac makes it easy for you to shine.
We're going to take the quickest stop breaks. When we return, with the little time we have left, we're going to give away another prize. Hopefully it'll be you picking a box. We'll see you in a sec.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Time to make your travel dreams a reality by filling up at BP, and you could be the lucky winner of 300,000 Avios points. These points can get you global flights, car hire, and hotel accommodation. To be in line to win, you've got to swipe your Avios card, your activated card, when you fill up with 400 Rand or more at any BP, and you'll also automatically be entered into the BP Fuel My Festive competition, where you get the chance of picking a box.
Now on the line we have Rakesh. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well. So we've got 7 boxes, of which one's already out of the running. You've got 6 to pick from. Which one would it be?
I would like the first E in Expresso.
First E in Expresso.
Good luck,
so it's
brother.
this box right over here.
Thank you.
Rakesh, I see a few things in this envelope. You win yourself 10,000 Avios points, but that's not all. You also win yourself the Creative Travel Collegiate Backpack.
Very cool.
And of course, you win yourself 500 Rand cash.
You're ready for a road trip. Congratulations, my friend. It is that easy to win with Expresso and BP Fuel My Festive. Don't forget to swipe your Avios card when you fill up with 400 Rand or more at any participating BP. All the best of luck. Get swiping.
Spend 400 Rand or more at BP, swipe your activated Avios card, and you could win big. Make your dream holiday a reality with hashtag BP Fuel My Festive.
Also, that's still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, but tomorrow on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we have Flame Boy Universe, and also we're talking about the movie Wonder, starring Owen Wilson and Julia Roberts, and of course we chat to some of the cast of that movie. Well, we've got so much more that's going to be happening. You're also doing a game review, so it's going to be absolutely amazing. You definitely don't want to miss out. It's always been a wonderful morning in South Africa.
Thank you so much, guys. We love you too much. Let's get playing. Let's get playing.
Yes,
we love you. Adios, muchachos. Goodbye.
Get it back.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.